Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Advanced Wars Daisy Run Tiny Wars replay. So on the top left side as the red Isabella, we got Jim Lahey. So on the bottom right side as the green GreyfieldGuy, we have Greyfield. When it comes to Isabella, she's of course nerfed from the cartridge counterpart, has standing boarding cost, 2 radius, 30, 60, 60. All units in her CO zone get plus 20% offense, plus 10% defense. And of course, for her superpower, plus 2 movement range and plus 1 indirect range. When it comes to Greyfield, he's of course buffed from the cartridge counterpart, has standard boarding cost, 3, 30, 60, 60. All units get additional plus 10, naval units, seaplanes, and battlecopters get additional plus 10% offense and plus 40% defense. That is in total Wayland level defense for his battlecopters and seaplanes. For his superpower, it does also recover fuel and ammo and materials. Temporary airports can also use to deploy unweighted seaplanes, or all unweighted units, including seaplanes, and temporary seaports can also deploy unweighted naval units. This map does have a temporary seaport he could deploy out an ambush battleship, though remember as well, stationary battleships in Daisy Run is not as good as previous games. They have only 5 range, like rockets, but of course they have the move and shoot aspect, but there's not much moving to do the shooting. So it is a glorified rocket if he deploys one out there, though he can always afford to deploy out a carrier there, which could be a pretty nice way to launch repair stuff, but that would be an incredibly expensive thing to do. He's probably best bet just deploy out for a temporary airport and do ambush battlecopters with occasional ambush seaplanes. Couple more infantry, just infantry openers, not big surprise. 3,000 income, so triple apply just more infantry. Though Greyfield could always apply other temporary seaports if so choose, and deploy out to other ambush ships, but still probably not that worth it. I think the temporary airports will probably still be the way to go for him. Ooh, we got a mech down south. Not a bike, a mech. Probably gonna be moving back here to capture up these properties and maybe picked up by an APC or a rig. Instead, we got a bike up here as a counterpart. Maybe it's going to capture, and then start mountain hopping. Looks like I got another set of triple infantry. No, just one bike so far. Usually bikes are the primary. Isabella does have a good amount of fundings right now. Probably gonna go for a tank this turn. And then probably infantry. Yep, tank, infantry. Does pull a tank over here, so it's probably going to be CO'd. Greyfield does move his gunboat forward, so he can push forward units slightly. Artillery and double infantry. Greyfield probably will eye to seal himself into a battlecopter, but he can always seal for himself another unit for just a basic plus 10. Isabella does have relatively basic increase as well, of plus 20, plus 10. Artillery infantry. And Greyfield loads himself up into our artillery piece. He could have sealed it next turn with his current position. He sells 13,000 income, so he go for something expensive. Tank, rig, and infantry. The rig is definitely going to be on to rig the game. It's that infantry unit twice. And it's trying to capture that property there, but that property is in range of an artillery piece. But that artillery piece will need a bit of escort. He can always throw this tank on top of, say, the woods there for extra defense. It's a good shot there. Charging forward like that is probably not a great idea. Though whatever tank charges into it will be in range of his artillery piece, so maybe he should also try to use it as a form of bait while gaining a little extra energy. Got another rig, double rig on the field. He's going to go quite heavy on the rigs, isn't he? 2 rigs is probably the most you want to use for Greyfield, because you just start spamming out temporary airports everywhere. And here you put a temporary airport right next to the HQ. Not sure what it's going to be eyeing. Hit the mountain infantry twice, but it's going to be in range of a artillery. Of course, that's with our castle vision. Here, deploy it on the side of the airport, but you can always just head down south. No battlecopters yet by Greyfield. Mech, ATR, and Flare. Does one-shot it, since it's not in the radius of the CO zone. Gets a good amount of energy. 27 energy is getting quite good. Greyfield's radius is 3, so he can start generating the CO power very quickly. And that's where he can primarily use his ambush capability. He is building a temporary airport down here. Interesting angle for a potential ambush battlecopters and or seaplanes. And Isabella's command tank is in range of the Greyfield's artillery. Command artillery. Oh, and hits the rig there for 1 point damage, delaying the deployment of the temporary airport. And he's also going to fully build it. That may interrupt any sort of timing with the CO power ambush battlecopters. We got a missile, artillery, and flare. I think the missiles may be a little bit overkill. We do actually have a rocket here as well, which is in range of the infantry unit there, and not to mention the artillery is in range as well. So that anti-air is definitely going down. Probably just use the rocket for that, not the artillery. Is the artillery going to reposition? Oh, it does reposition far more north. And the rocket's still in range of it, so it's going to potentially get some more power charge from it. Temporary airport is not fully deployed in the field and is occupied by himself, so he can simply just need to move off and spam out a battlecopter or something. And any ambush battlecopter will have plus 50% defense. As much as I like seeing seaplanes, I don't think seaplanes can be too particularly useful right now. Battlecopter will be more than plenty. And there's a good chance he can get his... Yeah, it is possible for him to get his CO power, not from any of his indirects, but he has targets in front of him. Mech gets a good shot there. If he would have took the other infantry unit there, he could have gotten his superpower out. Does go battlecopter there. Pushes forward slightly. I think the anti-air needs to get on top of the temporary airport just to make sure it's occupied. Right now, he only has 1 infantry unit to clear it out if the tank decides to push forward and if the healthy infantry units try to finish it off. He has it occupied there, so he won't be able to do any ambush battlecopters right now. Though he does have this one almost fully built as well, so possible ambush capability. No, infantry units should just charge forward and damage it slightly. He needs to interrupt the deployment right there. Bit of a stalemate up north. He does not interrupt the temporary airport. Interrupts that. Does fully build it there. Now there's a possible location for ambush battlecopters can be very significant. He saved up a bit of money. He can save even more money going for our tidal wave of battlecopters. He has a flare for spotting nearby as well to help spot this region. Yeah, pulls it back. That's a good idea with the artillery piece there. And of course, we'll have more material on these rigs as well, so more temporary airports will be deployed in the field. Join capture there on the temporary airport. Rocket is in range, so he could be able to clear it out. This one's going to be in a very good position. There's a lot of stuff up north as well. A lot of mechs and artillery. There's a lot of infantry. Greyfield's just being defensive here. This is probably where he's going to edge his victory, right here. He has 26,000 on the field. He can pull out superpower. Spare us throw some flares. And here comes the superpower. Goes for ambush battlecopter here. Goes ambush battlecopter there again. He has 8,000 funds. If he doesn't join, he perhaps get another ambush battlecopter somewhere. Or you can simply just use it to build infantry back home. Find another temporary airport over here. And it's probably a good idea to just be defensive over here. Got a lot of mechs and infantry units would be a good counter to the mechs, just being cost effective. And he does have plus 50% defense on these battlecopter, Wayland battlecopters for this turn. Though not Wayland superpower ones. Does get a shot there in their artillery. Trying to capture the comm tower and claim them both. Williams artillery is pushing down south, does have some good escort, 14 energy, 16. Only enters the battlecopter in range of anti-airs. Isabella's at 34 energy. Isabella can get some good power charge. She may get enough power charge for a superpower next turn, and having an entire front line sprint forward like that can be very, very good. Looks like Greyfield's advancing across the entire flank, or entire front. Rocket, infantry, and anti-air. That's a take there. Right now it's 190,000 versus 182, so they're still pretty even at the moment. The Greyfield did take some losses this turn. It has nothing to stop this battlecopter in this region, I believe. Anti-air is a bit far away. Some of these mechs can start being picked off by some artillery pieces. And we also got a missile range of battlecopters, so Greyfield has a lot of stuff in range. Oh, that was definitely a wrong call. 3 health battlecopter. No, should have gone for the full health one. That bet was maybe a mistake. A 9 health battlecopter could have picked off that wounded one. Trying to stop this capture there. 30 energy versus 49. It's the flare. It's the artillery. It looks like Isabella will not get her deployer superpower out this turn. She's going to get it generated. Just needs one more point of damage. It can be the flare, infantry, or mech. Superpower is now available for her next turn. Greyfield will, however, capture this other comm tower next turn as well. Isabella's trying to capture this one. The 3 health infantry may have a bit of trouble trying to interrupt the capture. I can interrupt the capture, no problem. Does capture the comm tower first, very good. Go for a temporary port here. It's the artillery. It's the artillery once again. Mech. Anti-tank and tank. Insert 112 versus 180. Positive superpower, so +2 movement range. And plus 1 indirect range. Getting a good pick there to increase range. Sprinting his way forward, gets trapped. It's the mech. It's the artillery. It's the artillery. Takes a +1 range. It's the artillery. It's the artillery. Capture. It's the mech. It's the battlecopter, but in range of a missile. And I'll mention this, anti-air could go, anti-air there could take out that battlecopter. It has vision. But right now they're still pretty even. Takes out the infantry and a flare. Flare, tank, tank. Takes out the battlecopter. This comm tower will be forfeited. Is a full interrupt, down to 1 capture progress, or full stop I should say. Hits the anti-air, hits the infantry. Greyfield has superpower available on, and also a temporary air seaport down here for hiding this artillery piece, but could be picked off. Missile, mech, and tank. There's no temporary airports up here for ambush. It looks like she's pulling back out this flank. So we could see some ambush units here. Right now he has 23,000 income. Sorry G-Force, I don't care about you. Go away. If the graphics card is working fine, don't update the new one or else something may break. That's my philosophy. Anti-air, infantry, and artillery. 192 versus 168. So there's going to be no superpower this turn. Greyfield should just fall back with artillery piece. Lots of good picks there. Rocket makes it towards the HQ. Missile takes out battlecopter. He can save up some monies for a lot of ambushes. Battlecopter, flare, and artillery does not save up any monies. Battlecopter, tank, infantry, infantry. Those spots, nothing down south. There's a venom rocket on top of the temporary port, 3 ammo remaining. So it does need a bit of a resupply. Looks like no CO power. Rocket artillery pushing a bit too far forward in my opinion. Infantry, mech, tank, and battlecopter. No saving up monies for ambush. Picks off some outlying units there. Gets some power charge for Isabella, 26 energy. Infantry, tank. Rocket gets a good strike there. Picks out some of those outlying units. Off superpower there. Gets trapped immediately. That's not good. Ambush battlecopter. Ambush battlecopter. Our rocket gets a good strike there on the medium tank. Maybe a 7 health. Oops, sorry, my microphone. There's 7 health and full health anti-air in the region. Of course, he will have plus 50 some defense to work with. Infantry, and commits base skip. Is out battlecopter. Main tank does fall back there. These two ATRs can take time to finish off one of those battlecopters. Does not. Just stays out of vision range. Riggs now pulling temporary airports up north and boosting some infantry. Looks like Greyfield's going to be pushing up north, trying to eye for this HQ, looks like. Tank, tank, tank. And Greyfield's the 20 energy. Pops superpower. Gets a great strikes on the medium tank, knocks it out, trying to capture the comm tower. Gets the rocket, spots nothing in the temporary airport, takes it out. Got a good core of battlecopters here. Greyfield's artillery is in range of a couple units. Flare helps spot for them, which has all ammo. Does find a mech in the ruins. Hits that same mech in the ruins. And good strike there on the rig. And don't interact with the spam bot. There we go, that's cleaned up. Takes out that unit there, up to 30 energy. Hits the unit, captures out the comm tower, hits the anti-air. Rocket strikes the anti-air. Get some good picks up north, hits the tank there. Tank, tank, and tank. Does drone capture there. ATR strikes the battlecopter and charges the battlecopter. Two of battlecopters fully surrounded. Maybe I'll take out that one health tank there, or ATR. Takes out the mech. Right now, Greyfield has 199. Isabella does have 137 plus make that 148. So Greyfield still has a pretty good advantage. There's another temporary airport up here. Interrupts a capture, down to 6 capture progress, so 2 health, 4 turns, but 3 turns remain to capture it. Tank, mech, anti-air. Keeps a bit of money. Right now he's at 47 energy, so keep some money up is not a bad idea to start getting the CO power going. Gets a flare. Hits the missile. And again, a lot of targets in front of him, and it could be quite good for getting the superpower deployed on the field to get some battlecopters deployed out for ambush. Takes the anti-tank. Interrupts the capture. So yeah, I think it'd be a good idea for Greyfield Eye for ambush. There's only one anti-air you can see, and the full health one's a little bit away. Good strike there. Good strike there. Does have enough for a superpower. Pops a superpower. Heading up north first. Going captures. Try and pull out another rig. Let's go for our ambush battlecopter up here. Ambush battlecopter down here. So 10,000 funds to go for another ambush battlecopter. Ambush battlecopter up here, maybe not bad idea. ASB, yep, does go for one. And managed to squeeze out one last infantry in there. 214 versus 121. Does take out one of the battlecopters of a CO unit. He's up to 26 energy at the moment. Make that 35, 36, 40. Interrupts, does not interrupt the capture. There's 5 capture progress remaining. Anti-air base skip and anti-tank. Interrupts the capture of the temporary airport or seaport. Interrupts the capture there. And some damage on all those units there. Greyfields with the 24 energy. Rockets picks off a unit there. Tank. Takes out a battlecopter there. A lot of units going down. Mech has good shots there. Hits the flare twice. Nope, just once. Now twice. Hits the anti-air there. And the battle and the artillery. Isabella up to 44 energy, but the anti-air is not going to be super great there. There's a lot of tanks there. Anti-tank's a little bit far away, and Isabella does resign there. Sound great, so thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.